Welcome to the Psychic Development Academy. We have all of our 10 teachers here. Lynn, would you like to introduce each teacher?
Absolutely. Hi, everybody. My name is Reverend Lynn LaBorde. And back in January of 2019, myself and three of the other teachers that are here, Sarah Curley, Joseph Dyro, and Danielle Anatra, came up with this idea. I think it actually was born at a holiday party in January of 2018, where we said, wouldn't it be fun to create something like a Hogwarts online, not online, in person, where we could teach people psychic gifts. And I think, Joe, you and I were at that party together. I know Sarah was there too. And then I eventually connected with Danielle, and Sarah and Joe and Danielle and I all came together and we launched the Psychic Development Academy. And it was held in the Soma Life Sanctuary, a location that I had in Huntington on Long Island. And we had a lot of students that came through, and the four of us were teaching different psychic tools. I was teaching psychic tools for protection. Danielle was teaching about being a psychic. Joseph was teaching about being a medium, and Sarah was teaching about light language and channeling. And unfortunately, Sarah fell ill today, so she won't be joining us for this recording. But we did Psychic Development Academy 1, we did Psychic Development Academy 2, we brought some other people in, and then COVID hit and everybody kind of like went their separate directions. So about a month ago, Spirit was talking with me and said, why don't you bring the team back together, but why don't you expand it? So I've invited the original four of us and then 6 other dear friends to come and create this remarkable journey called the Gifted Psychic Curriculum. It's going to be a program that's going to run from June of 2022 September of 2022 into June of 2023. Each teacher will be teaching with their specialty for a month, and you're going to receive certificates and have an incredible journey of a lifetime. So I would like to start out by introducing, I'm a psychic, a medium, and a trance channel. I work as a teacher, a healer, and a mentor. I've been doing this for about 33 years. And that I'm going to be launching the program starting in September. And then the next person who's going to teach will be April. So let me introduce you to April. April Skye is one of my students. And when I taught April how to read the Akashic records, she took it and she ran with it. And she's truly one of the most gifted readers that I've ever had the pleasure of training. And she's the person who reads my records, and I couldn't love her more. She lives in Oklahoma. So April, would you please introduce yourself to everybody?
Of course. Hello, I'm so excited to be a part of this and to get to be here with all of you. The Akashic records, well, first of all, I am a Course in Miracles student. I like to say that first because I feel like it has clarified my mind enough to be able to access psychic information that is loving. And so the Akashic records completely changed my life, working with Lynn. And yeah, it's just such a beautiful, beautiful, gentle psychic tool to heal yourself, to let go of the past, to even recognize blocks and wounds that you didn't even know were there. And then to, I don't know, it's just such an unconditionally loving realm, at least the way I access it. So I'm so excited to teach people how to realize, I feel like everyone has these gifts. I feel like it's a God-given gift to everyone. And I feel like that is what Lynn has done so beautifully for this world, is allow everyone to realize that they have psychic gifts. It's not, I mean, maybe some have a little more than others because they've been practicing longer, but it's really just opening up to it and realizing that you're always being communicated with by spirit, by love. And so you'll just have all kinds of tools. And the Akashic is a really fun one. It's a really safe one. It's like being in the library with God and angels and light. And it kind of always leaves me speechless to talk about the Akashic, but I'm just really excited to be here and to help anyone and everyone on their journey inward. People often, I feel like, say, go within, just go within, but we don't, how do you go within, you know? And this is for me, one of the most powerful tools I have found to go within and to heal and to also just improve your life and feel connected to God and to spirit. So yeah, that's what I'd like to say about it.
Thank you.
Thank you,
love.
April.
You're welcome. Thank
So for
you.
those of you who don't know me, my name is Hannah and I work with Lynn. I've known Lynn my whole life and I'm honored to be a part of her, her company and her life's work. So anyway, just wanted to quickly introduce myself because I realized I didn't before. April, I do have a question for you. Since Lynn has asked me to do a little bit of moderation in this session, can you tell us please how you think the Akashic Records section of the Psychic Development Academy will impact the student?
I mean, it is just, well, I feel like what it does is it allows anyone and everyone, people that think they have, maybe they think they're getting some psychic information, but they're not sure what it is. I feel like it is an accessible tool for everyone on the planet to realize that they're getting communication with spirit, communication you might go to another healer to receive that you actually have access to. It also, I feel like, opens you up to meeting other people that can help you as well. And I mean, to me, it's just, it often leaves me speechless, but it is a way to communicate, and not always even in words. It's a way to just sit and communicate, and you receive upgrades through your energetic system. I feel like you receive all kinds of magical occurrences happening in your life, like miracles, I feel like, because you're going into your records or you're going into your multi-dimensional soul, and you are healing on levels that are just impossible to do in the physical realm. So it's, I'm still learning how to put it into words, but it is definitely, it's a miracle. That's what it do. It will create miracles in your life that will manifest in the physical realm, but they will occur first within your mind and heart. So hopefully that answers your question.
It's perfect. So you're teaching the Akashic Records section of the Academy, is that right?
Yes.
How exciting. Okay, wonderful. Lynn, do you want to introduce the next person?
The next person would be Sarah Curley, and unfortunately, Sarah's not available to be with us today. But Sarah's going to be teaching channeling and light language, and she is extraordinarily gifted in this arena. And what I'll do is I'll reach out to Sarah so she and I can do a one-on-one and make sure that this gets posted as well so you can have a chance to meet her ahead of time. But Sarah she has her master's in psychology. She has worked with children and with adults. She has one of the most beautiful open hearts, and her extraordinary. She's the first person that I knew personally that started channeling Jesus in the sanctuary. And she's just really, really delightful.
And I would just wanted to speak on Sarah as well. She's been an incredible soul in my life with helping me to step into my gifts. And she channels this collective of light that is so beautiful and just speaks so much truth and wisdom. And she personally helped me to get over this fear of coming out as a channeler, as a psychic. And she just embodies so much truth and love. And she's such an amazing soul.
Yeah, she's definitely a healer and a teacher. And it was funny, the very first time I had her come speak as a guest at the Summer Life Sanctuary, she was speaking light language through a being that is known as a mana. And I don't know how, but I knew exactly what a mana was saying. Imagine someone walking up to you, speaking to you in a foreign language, and you're like, why do I know what they're saying? It's the craziest thing. Anyway, I look forward to having you all get to meet Sarah at another time. The next person who's going to be teaching is Carla. Carla Gitto is unbelievably gifted and has an incredible connection with Saint Germain, and she's going to be teaching on the violet flame. Carla?
Carla, you're muted.
Sorry about that. Hi, everyone. My name is Carla, and I will be teaching the violet flame portion. The violet flame is the most amazing gift given to us by the spiritual realm. It helps to transmute, transform, and transcend time and space. And so it also helps when We have negative influences in our daily life, which we all have, and it helps us to collapse the time around it so that we can stay present. And in staying present, we're able to elevate and hold more Christ-like, because we're all seeking to hold more God-like, more Christ-like. But in order to do that, we need to clear out the cobwebs and the things that are a little bit heavy for us. So I will be teaching that. My journey's been with Saint Germain for the past year and a half. When Alicia launched my website, I was then told by Saint Germain, now is the time to bring my work forward. And I had the beautiful opportunity that when the COVID broke out, I met Lynn through hosting a program through 22 Days of Transformation. And then we went forward and Lynn became a teacher and a friend to me as well. So it's been quite an amazing journey. I'm very happy to be with everybody here because we're all bringing in beautiful, unique gifts and medicine to help humanity grow and expand and tap into that divine light and that love that they have within us. We all have this beautiful genetic code that now it's time while we're making our ascension and Mother Earth is making her ascension to dive in. So this is so beautiful. I'm just so excited to be a part of it.
Thank you, Carla. We're so excited. So exciting to have you. So can you tell us a little bit about what you think a participant will, what the impact a participant will have after doing this work? What are the benefits or what are some of the results?
Okay, so some of the results, well, let's go with the benefits first. So the benefits of this, and I believe the benefits for everybody as a whole, is that everybody will be able to collapse time, transmute negative energy. We all go through it every day. And so when you're able to collapse time, transmute the energy from a negative into a positive, you make more room inside of your 4 body systems to be able to hold and emit more light. It also, the violet flame will help one to stay present in the moment. So, you know, things creep up throughout the day and then you have a triggered memory. Once you learn to work with the violet flame and develop your relationship with Saint Germain, because this is also what will happen. The violet flame will become very much alive within one's entire being. And then you will develop a greater relationship with Saint Germain and the Ascended Masters as a collective. So this whole program, as we're all going through it and everyone's sharing their medicine, everybody is going to expand. All the participants are going to expand. And really by the end of this entire journey, everybody, for the whole collective, you know, for all the teachers, everyone, all the students will be into their personal power. They'll be into knowing how to collapse time around negative energy, negative influence. They'll acquire the skills to stay in the present moment. So, and that's really, and they're going to develop such an immense relationship with the divine on all levels. So.
Wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The next one, Carla, thank you so much. I've taken her class twice and it's truly extraordinary. The relationship that you develop with Saint Germain and the violet flame is really profound. So the next one up is my lovely Alicia to my left.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alicia Munian. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm a psychic and I've studied with Lynn for numerous years and she's helped me to step into my power in so many ways. And one of the beautiful gifts that I've stepped into was using divination tools. And the beauty of divination tools is that it really empowers you into awakening your psychic gifts that are already there. And it kind of tangibly allows you to see it. And I remember one of the first times I really stepped into that, I actually had a dream about using a pendulum and I wasn't taught about it. I just literally saw myself sitting over my table, like using this little thing and it was moving. And I was like, what is that? And I actually intuitively went to the store and bought this pendulum and I started using it. And I was like, wow, this is so real. This is so beautiful. And this is my connection to my guides. And actually right here, we have a pendulum and
everybody that participates is going to receive one of these for Alicia's section.
Yes. And if you guys can see, I'm not moving my hand at all. And here it goes, you know? And it was just like a natural gift that I had with like moving the pendulum. And it was just so beautiful because it was like a tangible way of me seeing my gifts. And I think that is so beautiful and so powerful, and so excited to teach that. And also about using oracle cards as well, and the power and that comes from just believing in yourself and really tuning into your own intuitive connection and your connection to your spiritual guides through these tools.
She's really good at it.
So if I may, Alicia, how do you think these divination tools will impact the participant? Having access to them or having competence or mastery with these tools, what is the impact or result or benefit in our participants' lives?
The benefit of these tools is so immense. You can use it for your daily life with helping you to make decisions. It will also empower you into hosting sessions for other people if those participants are interested in becoming and hosting like psychic sessions with other people. It really gives you that grounding to kind of create sessions around that as well. And it's just such a beautiful connection to your guides as well, and it kind of strengthens that connection.
Alicia came to me years ago, and she had something that needed to be healed, and we helped her heal it. And then she's an incredible photographer. And I said to her one time, "Why are you able to take the most beautiful pictures of me?" And remember what she said?
I said, "It's because I see your light and because you helped me to heal."
And she has that ability to see the light in others. And she helps people find that. So that's going to come forth in the classes that she teaches as well.
Yes. Yeah, and especially with that class being in January as well, one of the things that I want to step into, it's going to be a new year, 2023. So really stepping into that power, stepping into the energy of connecting and using your guidance to create the life you desire with your divination tools.
Beautiful. Yes. Next, we have Joseph Dyro. Joseph Dyro, I called this man a wizard before I ever knew that he was, because he just has that like magical energy. Joseph is going to be teaching mediumship. Joseph?
Hello, everyone. I come from a family of mediums, just as a starting point, to give you a little bit of my background, but I am a psychic and a medium. I am a Reiki master, and Lynn started the ball with me on that. I've attended her classes, and I also do Akashic reading. I've learned from Lynn, which was amazing, and I thank you, Lynn, so very much for that experience, because it opened me up to so many more things. I also am a feng shui practitioner, consultant, and my background's in architecture. So my personal journey in life is raising the vibration of the world and everyone around me. So I do that on a healing level with my clients and the spaces that they're in. So I enjoy handling it all, and I hear spirit so clearly in my mind. That's just really been my life journey, is just, as I said, raising the vibration for people to just have the more positive experience, and linking all these modalities I have, because it's not just in the readings. I also am an artist, and I do that frequently. And as I said, I practice in feng shui and architecture. So I feel like I have a lot of tools to bring to the table when it comes to people who need change in their lives.
Okay, so I'm going to jump in here and ask you a very similar question, because I think it's super valuable for our potential students, our future students. And what does mediumship offer in terms of benefits or impact to the student who maybe hasn't studied this before?
Let's say I wish to project out to the students their own connection with their ancestors, with their guides, whoever they wish to connect to, that they have. I want to give them the modality of how to connect and how to hold that connection, and how to not just use it, but how to trust it. How do you stay connected? How do you hear everything you desire to hear and need to hear? And how do you organize it in your mind? Because I do encounter people who they hear everything, but they have no idea what's going on. How to keep it organized so they receive the benefit of getting the information. And what do you do with it? How do you interpret this information? Where does it need to go? If they need to extend a message to somebody else, or even for themselves, how do you relate and tell the difference? Is my focus.
Wonderful. Thank you.
You guys are in for a treat with Joseph. He's just extraordinary. So the next person that I'm going to introduce is the fourth member of the tribe. It was funny with the four of us. We were Hogwarts with the different houses. Is Danielle Anatra. So Danielle Anatra is an incredibly gifted psychic and medium. She became a friend. She was the one who taught me how to be a mentor. I had been a teacher and I had been a healer, but she really helped me step into that. So whoever's going to be in her classes, you guys are in for a treat because she brings so much to the table. She's going to specialize in how to bring forth your psychic powers and abilities. And she is extraordinary. Danielle?
Thank you, Lynn. I also took Lynn's Akashic record class, and I have to practice it and get better at it. Lynn's like, you're arguing with your higher self. You have to stop. Every time I was like, but Lynn, why is this happening? But she was a wonderful teacher. It's something I have to work with. So I'm Danielle. I am a medium. I'm a psychic, and I'm also a mentor for psychic development, mediumship development, mindset development, all that stuff. What I love about that, I'm doing this in March, and the person I'm replacing in March, it just happened so divinely because March happens to be my 10th year doing this work as well. So I'm kind of stepping into my 10th year as I do this program. So I'm very excited about that. I'm excited to teach the psychic development portion of all of this. And what I find is as I go around and hear everybody talk about everything that they're teaching, it shows parts of how all of you each healed yourself and what worked for you. And I think this is really going to offer students a way to heal themselves. And they're also going to just learn so much from each month and each student. My kids are yelling now as I'm talking. I'm sorry. But yeah, so I'm really excited to teach this.
Thank you. I'm just going to jump in here and ask you a very similar question again. Tell me about the benefits or the impact that this would have on a student who's looking to come to your class to expand their psychic abilities, tap into them, develop them. What is the impact that gives our students? Please.
What it's going to impact, first of all, it's going to help people heal in ways that they didn't even know they needed to heal. Tapping into your psychic abilities, you're also tapping into yourself. So you're learning the difference between your energy and somebody else's energy, how to link in, how to step fully into your power. Stepping into your power brings more confidence into your life. It helps you being more sure about yourself. More confidence brings better readings because you're not questioning yourself, you're not questioning your abilities. It really just helps you step into your power and know that you can do everything. And the psychic portion of all of this is part of everybody's, what they're teaching is part of everybody's teachings. Like I've heard everybody use the word psychic, in their introduction so far, and it encompasses everything. So it's just a different way to tap in that might work better for somebody else.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Jennifer Donovan. So Jennifer's going to blow your mind. Jennifer is a remarkable psychic. And what she particularly does is help people unlock money blockages. And she is a channeler, and she's just a badass. She lives out in California. She's someone that I met in a program called The Matrix with MaryAnn Dellinger, who's probably one of my favorite mentors ever. And Jennifer just brings the truth and she just lays it at your feet and there's no denying what she has to say. And yeah, you're going to love her. So Jennifer.
Thank you so much for that introduction. Welcome everyone. My name is Jennifer and I'm a psychic channel and a wealth accelerator. I help entrepreneurs make a whole lot of money as a business and money coach. I support them through that. And one of the things that that is unique to me is I wasn't born with my gifts awakened. I consciously chose to open and activate my gifts. And one of the things that now with my students, I find that are opening up their intuitive abilities is they struggle with fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of what Hollywood has told us about witches, about healers, about demons, about all of these things. And it prevents people from allowing their intuitive abilities to really open and awaken. These fears block us from feeling safe to channel, feeling safe to go into mediumship because of the fear of what may come forth. And so my class is all around psychic protection. So I will be teaching you how to identify and release any type of psychic attacks, curses, cords, entities, negative energies, dark energies, any of those things that you typically may fear because of what Hollywood has shown you. And the way this will benefit you is because when you step into the psychic space and you step into your intuitive abilities, you have no fear. You know how to identify, you know how to release them. You have complete control and power. And knowing that allows you to amplify your connection to the divine because there is no fear. You know you've got this. You amplify your connection to the divine. You're able to connect even deeper into your intuition, into spirit, into guides. It's going to support you in, and this is one of the reasons why I'm kind of at the back end of these, is because it supports you in everyone else's course when you go into it, because when you're going into mediumship, you won't have to fear anything. When you go into connecting with your angels and spirit guides and going into the Akashic records, there is no fear. There is no limitations because you will know exactly how to clear, heal, identify anything, and you can stand more in your power as an intuitive, psychic, medium, Reiki master, anything that you desire, you will have the power to step into that.
So here's my favorite Jennifer story. It was in February. I had a fight with one of my dearest girlfriends, and like it was one of those things, like, you know, and all of a sudden, my business and my life and like everything just started unwinding. And Jennifer reached out to me one random day in February, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm really not." And she goes, "You have like a curse attached to you." And I'm like, "Oh my God!" And all of a sudden, I literally saw where the thing was. And she goes, "May I have your permission to remove it?" And I'm like, "Please." And it was just some energy that when I had that fight with the girlfriend, that, you know, just out of frustration, she had just thrown out some dark energy and it attached. And I went into this dark, dark spiral. So Jennifer comes, she removes the thing, and all of a sudden, like everything burst open, everything turned around. It was just extraordinary. So she'll, you know, and we talk, you know, maybe once a week or so, or we see each other on social media all the time. But it was just like one of those moments where she was like, "Yeah, they told me to reach out to you." So she's that tapped in. I don't know if you guys could hear when she was listing all the benefits, exactly what she brings, but her power is enormous. And you guys are going to, I mean, everybody here, believe me, I conferred with spirit when I hand chose everybody that's coming to this academy. And I'm going to be, I realized I didn't tell you what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be teaching everybody this incredible tool called psychic surgery to remove energy that's stuck and blocked. And then we're going to work on your extrasensory abilities, clairaudience, clairsentience, clairvoyance, and claircognizance. So it's all going to go hand in hand with each other. You know, it's going to be really magical. Let's see. The next person that we have that is going to be teaching us is Lisa Wynn. Lisa and I met each other about 1.5 years ago in the similar program where I met Jennifer in July. That was called The Matrix with MaryAnn Dellinger. And you'll hear me talk about Melanie because she's just extraordinary. Lisa is masterful with something that is called human design. And you all may not be aware of what human design is, but human design is a mixture of the I Ching and astrology in understanding the life path that you've chosen for yourself. And when I came across it in Melanie's work, it just blew my mind.
Okay, so thank you for the lovely introduction. I'm just sitting here thinking, I want all of these classes, right? How amazing. I'm just feeling so privileged to and honored to be in this incredible group. Thank you so much for the invitation. So I came across human design less than 2 years ago, but for those of you who know anything about human design, I am a manifesting generator. So I just dove headfirst in, took 3 certifications. My generator side went straight to the mastery. My manifestor side, I'm just going in. I don't know where I'm going. So what's been amazing for me in terms of human design is it really brings together so many different aspects, lots of different spiritual practices. It brings together astrology, also the I Ching, as you mentioned, and the chakra system, lots of different areas. So it's the most incredible blueprint. So I spent 20 years as a qualified coach. I'm a master certified coach. Before that, I was a physical therapist for 20 years. I've trained in acupuncture. I've traveled across Asia, lots of time in China, learning from Yellow Emperor masters, and then actually coaching and teaching the Yellow Emperor masters, which was the most extraordinary experience. So when I first looked at my human design, it made so much sense to me because it showed me all of my psychic abilities that my conditioning had told me were nonsense. So it explained my ability to go into past lives, future lives, the way that people would just come to me from niches I'd had in different lifetimes, and just know me as the person that could help them with these different amazing karmic niches. So I just looked at my human design and thought, aha, this, like I have both the ears in human design. So I hear the totality and the detail. So many different aspects that really helped me to solidify and then took me on a deep journey into mastery around the psychic work that I'm doing now. So that's one huge benefit that you're going to find, that you're going to see yourself as a psychic. You are going to see all the elements of your superpowers, your gifts. And human design is so often used in if you're this, then you do that way. For me, human design is this incredible treasure map into your conditioning and your superpowers. Where are the areas in your life that you have been held back? Where have you been taught to work in a way that you were never designed to work? Where have you been homogenized by society to show up in a way that actually plays against your psychic gifts? So this is going to support your psychic development. It's going to help you remove layers of trauma and conditioning that actually are still in the way at the end of this amazing course. And it's going to be a fabulous tool for you to use with your clients. So I'm so excited to share it with you. Thank you.
You are adorable. Alicia and I are sitting over here and we're like, oh my God, she's like Professor McGonagall, you know?
I actually have photos of me dressed as Professor McGonagall because for a fancy dress party, with the hat and the glasses on the end of my nose.
So listen, I want to let you all know that what Sarah and Joe and Danielle and I had done is we're all invited to each other's classes. So any class that you want to attend, you know, like that's part of being one of the teachers is that you get to participate.
That's so fun.
And last but not least, we have my beloved MaryAnn. So MaryAnn and I met one day and we literally looked at each other and bowed to each other like we had known each other for lifetimes. Mm-hmm. She is a triple black belt. She's traveled all over the world and she is one of the most, I can honestly say for me, the most gifted astrologer that I've ever come across and is one of my dear friends and I love her. So MaryAnn, would you like to introduce yourself? I think you have to unmute, my love. We can't hear you.
Thank you so much for the beautiful introduction. Yeah, we went back in time. There's no question about that. And then that's what got me to go with you too, to study the Akashic records. That was a trip, really a trip. And I thank you for that. I've been an astrologer for over 30 years, but it's not just astrology. It's not just the planets. It's the energies of your environment. And we are all psychic. I don't profess to be a psychic, but I do work with psychic energies. And when I do my readings, it does come through. Now, the readings can be about anything. People have a lot of issues in their lives. And when am I getting married? When am I having a child? And so forth. So we sit, we look at the chart, we work with the timing. It's all about timing. You know, people will say, I don't understand. Why isn't this happening? It's happening for someone else. It's timing. So we work through the timing of the chart so a person doesn't get frustrated or doesn't get upset because something isn't happening, and you let them know, well, it'll be in 3 months or 6 months, and that helps to alleviate a lot of anxiety, and it helps them to prepare for the things that have to be done in their life. It's a pathway, and sometimes not everything is answered in a reading, and we work through that. Sometimes it takes months, but I'm always there for someone. I've traveled the world extensively looking for my own metaphysical pursuits, and I am a martial artist. So the energies are the issues with the planets and the timing. And I think that's about all I can say right now.
Thank you, MaryAnn. I think you hit some of the impact and the benefits, so I'm not going to ask you that question. I think you addressed that. I'll hand it over to Lynn.
Say that again, going over what?
She said you already hit the benefits to people, so she's not going to ask any more questions.
Oh, okay. I'm glad I was able to do that. Thank you.
So you've been introduced to pretty much everyone. Hannah is my COO. She is the person who makes sure that I get done what needs to get done. And then Priyanka, who is also here, is my virtual assistant. And Priyanka is the one that I go to and I say, we need to do this, this, and this. And then she just makes it happen. She's magical. So that's the team that we have working behind the scenes. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. If you want to reach the teachers, everybody on the website, everyone has their bios listed. And for pretty much everyone, we have linked you to all their social media. So whether they're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, some people have their link tree, which has everything in there. If you have any questions about the Psychic Development Academy itself, you can always DM us. We will help you in any way that we can. This is an opportunity for you to work with some really extraordinary psychics and mediums and healers and teachers, and receive certifications. And you know, if what you want to do is do this work as your life's work, you'll come out so much richer for having done this program. Any final words from anybody? Anything anybody wants to say before we wrap up?
I would like to say this is an investment in yourself. You know, like when I first stepped into Lynn's class, I didn't know what it would become and how it completely transformed my life spiritually, mentally. Like this is a full transformation on levels that you can't even imagine, that will heal you, that will have you step into your power, that can draw in the abundance that you deserve. And it's also such a beautiful, validating thing if you've had psychic experiences in your life, to be surrounded by this community of people who will empower your gifts rather than suppress it.
Yeah, and if you resonate with one particular teacher, you know, you'll be able to have a relationship with them. You'll be able to continue to work with them. And that's one of the things that has come out of all the other times that we've done this. Anybody else want to chime in? Okay.
I would love to say that when you sent me the message, it was, yes, what is it? You know, that was my question. I didn't even ask what it is, actually, just yes, because Lynn is the most extraordinary ball of inspiration and love. Everything that Lynn holds together is going to have absolute magic. So I love that you're talking about it as Hogwarts. That's exactly how it feels. And I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
Can I ask just one last question from Lynn? I think this is a more broad question just for the overall program.
Sure.
What is the vision for the Psychic Development Academy?
To me, the vision for the Psychic Development Academy was for a place for people to come and address something that doesn't get talked a lot about. Being a psychic or being a medium, people automatically go, oh, you're a witch or you're a wizard. And there's been some negative connotation. This is a chance to bring it into the light. This is a chance for people to have credibility and say, I'm certified as a medium. I'm certified as a psychic. I'm certified in, you know, how to read the Akashic records. I'm certified to use the violet flame. Like, to give authenticity and to give advocacy to something that is incredible. We are all spiritual beings having a physical experience. And this is a chance for us to bring a kind of authority to what it is that we're doing. And I've worked and personally known each one of you, and I could not love you all more. You were personally hand chosen by me. I love that you're a part of this. And I feel like the people that are going to come and participate with this are so incredibly lucky. We're going to eventually do a Psychic Development Academy 2. We're going to bring in more teachers and more topics. And if this is something that you would like to participate with as a teacher, please let us know. We're very interested in that as well. I thank everybody for being here. Much love, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
And we will see you in class
us.
very soon.
Thank you for joining us.